Coming up on this program, we show you how to get connected. Find out how to choose an internet service provider. Discover the newest form of communication, electronic mail.
Ways down and ready to ride. One by one, billion by billion, they're holding up half the sky. Raise your hand if you're ready and willing, if you know it's time. Time for a girl on time. Time for a girl on time. Time for
You were always supposed to be able to buy the crowns, Wahoo. That was the whole point. But the good news is you can turn them off yourself in your own Google settings. Hi, guys. Hi. I hope everybody's well. Cheers. This is my sugar-free Red Bull. Still sugar-free, baby. Also, I'm listening on my phone. My phone is sort of blowing up. For a case coming back that I've been recording all morning. Also, pet peeve of mine, when people try and talk in a YouTube chat, not like this kind of YouTube chat, but like to a judge, or like in a very like not busy one where it's just like one, nobody's talking. Why didn't it pop up? I see it. Thumbs up hand gesture with the words top. Ooh, top. Love it. Anyways, it's just my own personal pet peeve because I've made it known I don't talk to judges often because I record them against their wishes. So I find it a little bit, I don't know, inflammatory to like talk in a judge, like in a thing. Oh, and don't worry, Wahoo, you guys being here is really the most important part. Naybell, I really appreciate your dono, and I appreciate each and every one of you guys' donos, but really I love us hanging out together. That is the most important part to me. The community that we've built, the stories that we have, we all create them together, and that's really the most important part. You're not too late at all, Shane. So I have good news. I'm listening for this case coming back. But we're gonna watch a different case that Rose turned me on to this morning, and it had the judge saying slutty. And when a judge says slutty, we know that I am excited about it. So buckle up for our afternoon show. By the way, tonight the boys are doing some sort of poor sports type thing. I'm not sure what it is. So make sure you tune in. This is a dress, but thank you. And so I won't be live tonight, but I will be live tomorrow night. So yay. Yay, baby. Okay. This is the one. This is the one. This is the
Last but not least, Ms. Liberace.
no, Judge. Last but not least, you're so loud. Oh my God. Oh my God, we're back again. This is sugar-free Red Bull. I'm always drinking sugar-free now this month. Anyways, the angles are not great in this court. I wish I was in charge of it. I'm not. Turns out I'm not. Okay, but I'm gonna move myself over here. And let's go.
If you want to come on up, and you're welcome to sit. If you want to sit, you can come to the podium, whatever is easiest. How are you today?
Good.
So, The way I understand it is that you used to work for the Slutty Vegan outlet or operation at Spelman.
Yes, sir.
And you were terminated. You are alleging that that was based on age discrimination, it was a hostile place to work, et cetera. You're not quite sure why they didn't let you back on. I guess it was part of the termination. I want to start by asking you how you served the company. And I know you're not a lawyer, so if I need to explain a term, let me know. I'm not trying to talk past you ever. But services, you let them know I'm suing you so that they have a chance to say, oh, well, I'm going to ignore it, which is sort of what's happened here, or I'm going to get a lawyer and respond, or I might just respond. I don't have to have a lawyer. Actually, they would have to because you sued a business, and businesses need lawyers to actually move forward with something. So tell me what steps you took to let the restaurant know you were suing them.
Well, Your Honor, on February 20th, I came down here to Superior Court. I filed a civil lawsuit against Slutty Vegan
Yep,
for age discrimination.
yep,
And on March the 3rd, the chef served Slutty Vegan.
okay.
Mhm.
You gave them an address on Edgewood. Is that the Spelman place where you worked, or is that corporate headquarters?
That's corporate. That's the
Okay.
main.
That's the main place. And excuse me, is there also a restaurant there? Or what, if I went to 476 Edgewood, what's there?
It's a restaurant, but it's the main location where everything get like done, like human resource. So
Okay,
it's human resources in that building.
okay. So it's also kind of an office. And I could go there and order a burger,
Yes.
a vegetarian burger,
Yes.
but also somewhere there'd be a desk with a computer where they keep corporate records and things like that.
They have, okay, so here's the restaurant,
Hmm?
and they have, the human resource right across the street, so, they use that address for, dealing with stuff like, if anything have to come through, they have to come through that building,
Okay.
so they use that address.
Got it. And so that's the address you gave. That's where the sheriff dropped that stuff off.
Yes.
Okay. Had you ever heard of the person who received it was named Justice Philemon?
Mhm.
That's someone you knew?
No,
No.
I know that, I heard that he was a man.
He was a manager, which is weird because when I just Googled it, it came up and said that it's female owned. Oh no, black owned. I'm sorry. How rude. Let's check it out. Bangin', plant-based. I mean, the name is good. This is fucking my, oh my god, all the flash on their website is killing the stream. We gotta cut it. By the way, I ordered a new computer. Oh my god, did you see what that just said? They wanted me to sign up for their thing and it said, are you feeling slutty? Holy fuck. I want to own one and I don't like vegan food. Can I call something else slutty something else and use the same thing? She says. Anyways. Slutty Steakhouse. Ooh, I like that. Slutty meat poles. What is that, Paisley? Yeah, McSlutties. Ooh, Mick is probably taken. My thing is going wild here. Okay.
Manager there,
Okay.
yeah.
You heard that just from when you were working at the Spelman one, or you heard that it says manager on this piece of paper? That's how you learned it. Okay. All right. Well, talk to me about your situation and what you think your damages are, if they owe you for wages that you didn't have. And let me actually take a step back. When did you work there?
I've been working for Slutty Vegan for a year and some months. But that new location, I only worked there for like a month
Okay,
at Spelman.
got it. Where were you working before?
I was working at the other Slutty Vegan on Edgewood.
The one where they ended up serving Mr. Philemon.
Mhm.
Okay, so you'd been with the restaurant company for over a year.
Mhm.
Did you ask to go to Spelman, or did they say, hey, we're gonna move you over there?
I asked to go to Spelman because I thought I was gonna get a different treatment. But it was the same treatment with age discrimination.
Okay. So you thought new space, new place, new shift managers would be a better situation.
Yes, sir.
It wasn't.
No.
Okay. All right. Well, talk to me about the treatment, and then let's wrap up with what you think ought to happen as a result of what occurred.
Well, the treatment that I encountered at Slutty Vegan was age discrimination. I was the oldest one there, and they had a lot of younger people that was younger than me. So they put me in the kitchen in the back, and they put all the younger.
What court clerk just put up the full body shot of this lady? Like, comedic timing? Oh my god. Also, why no shot of the judge? This is a civil case. She's suing the Slutty Vegan for age discrimination because they didn't want to put her up front. They didn't want her representing the sluts. I would have a lot of fun with that.
People in the front. And many times I had requested to not be back there. And they refused to put me up front because of my age. And I was not.
I'm periodically, I'll interrupt just because I'm curious or I might not understand something. You've now said several times, they did this because of my age, they did that because of my age, which is not okay. What makes you felt that way, or did they just say, you're all woman Liberace, we don't want you up front, we need one of these young women or men at the cash register, and you're washed out, so go back and make the food?
Okay. Not only me, but I observed the place. I was doing observation, and I noticed that all the older people was in the kitchen and all the younger people was up front. So that's the observation of that.
Mhm.
That's how I came to that.
Okay, so it wasn't explicit where they said, all right, everyone over 35, you go back there. Everyone under 25, you go up there.
It was like, it was jokes.
Okay.
They made repeatedly jokes. They would call me auntie,
Okay.
auntie, get back there in the kitchen,
Yeah.
And they like, they were just saying derogatory, slang words towards me.
And when you say they, it would be management, or it would be the younger employees in front, because they're not your boss.
It would be, the younger employee and manager.
Hold on one second. Hey, good morning. Are you dropping clothes off? For Mr. Holliday, perfect. You can leave them with that deputy right there. He'll get them to Deputy Gordon and we'll be all set. Thank you for doing that. Sorry, we have a criminal trial on Monday and the guy's in custody, so he needs street clothes, so he looks sharp for the jury, or doesn't look like he's in jail. All right, so, but it was management that would say auntie or things like that, get back in the back.
It was manager and in the regular employees.
Okay.
both.
All right. Was the pay different? If I ran the cash register, did I get paid more than the person in the kitchen? Or it just was, it's hot and dark and stinky back there and it's nicer up front? What's the difference?
The pay was different. The people in the front, we didn't receive the tips in the back, but the people in the front, they received tips plus the pay.
Okay. And tell me what you understood the pay. I understand tips. That's a variable, but you didn't get any of that, only the folks in the front. What did you make on an hourly rate in the back?
It was just $11 an hour,
And what would you make in the front?
you probably, well, $11 plus tips.
Okay, so the flat rate is the same. If on Tuesday, no one tipped at all, and you work for 5 hours, and I'm at the cash register, and I work for 5 hours, we get paid the same. But if the tips are $700, then I'm getting a cut of those tips, and you get big fat zero.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Deputy Gordon, Mr. Holliday's clothes are right there in that white bag.
Aw. Also, maybe I need a job where I can get tips. Another job where I can get tips. This is sort of a job. When I explain this job to old people, they don't really understand, and I'm like, I'm sort of like a busker, like a performer, sort of. But we put together court to watch together. It's odd. Don't ask too many questions, Nana. Just, it's about a slutty vegan.
Okay, and you requested on more than one occasion, could I please get up to the front? And we're told no. Okay, was there some kind of special skill in the front, like you had to be able to juggle and you don't know how to juggle, or you had to use a kind of knife and you didn't know how to use that knife?
Oh, no, because that's basically what I was doing in the back, using the knife. It's because they wanted all the older people in the kitchen and all the younger people up front. And that was the.
Is she proving her case right now, Bill? Thank you for the tip jar fund. That's sort of what the sound is. Thank you. I don't know if she's proving her case. I'm feeling weird. I'm feeling weird about it. I'm feeling weird about it, but Brooklyn brought me back. Did you just see my head? Snap, 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 snap. Cheers! Thank you so much. I love it.
Very reason why they was doing that.
Okay. And they never told you that, but you don't have to be a dummy to figure that one out, is what it sounds like.
Well, they would do a little side jokes about us, the older people in the back. You know, like their way of telling us, like, y'all old people get back in the kitchen, you know, like joking.
Yeah.
That's the way they was telling us. Don't come up here.
I'm never supposed to do this, but I need to talk about age. The people up.
Yeah, I was just about to ask, Judge, so how old is she? Is the question that we have here. How old is she? He's gonna ask her generally, 'cause he's a classy man. Y'all know how old I am. Do you think she's older than me? They put me in the back sometimes. They make me do things in the back. Oftentimes, I mean, here's the thing. They probably should just tip out everybody. They would avoid this entire problem if they just tipped everybody out. Because, yeah, I'm 17. That's right, Corny. Thank you. You got that right. Oh my God, can you believe that 20 years ago I was 17? Oh, actually, that one hurt inside. Oh, okay. I think that she is probably younger than we think. 37. I think she's 37 just like me. Yeah, doesn't age discrimination start like at 50? That's discriminatory, Paisley, to even say that. Slutty KCC in the back. Oh, I don't know if you can afford it.
Up front were what age range? You don't look like you're particularly old. If you were to tell me, Judge, I'm 28, I'd say, wow, okay, that unsurprised me. And it's harder to understand age discrimination if you're only 28 and the guy at the cash register is 26. That's a narrow range. But if the guy at the cash register is 5 and you're 80, that's more obvious. So what kind of ages would you put on the people who had to stay in the back? Y'all old heads versus.
It was 40 and up.
Okay, so you are 40 and up?
I'm 44.
I would not have guessed that. Okay.
Thank you.
Sure. So the old heads are 40 and up, they're in the back making everything. And then people in their 20s are the ones that.
So the question now becomes, Alpha Fox Adam, does the burden even get triggered by a 44-year-old claiming age discrimination? Or is there a framework within that where you have to hit a threshold, and boomers made that threshold and it's like 50? You know? I would find it a difficult discriminatory practice. I mean, what she might have a case here for is, what was she hired as? Front of house or back of house? And you know, there's restaurants around here where they hire hot young girls, and people sort of joke like, oh, you can't really work there if you're not hot. But like, the reality is you can. I've heard. I don't know. I think they could avoid all of this, firstly, by showing up. I'm surprised that they didn't, but he seems to have accepted service. So, you know. Also, what is the Slutty Vegans uniform? Nothing animal product, I would imagine. So no leather, possibly pleather?
Shiny faces saying, welcome to Slutty Vegan.
They were like,
How can I help you?
17. I think the oldest lease was about, they weren't even 25. So it was 25 and under.
Okay.
Up front.
All right. So let's talk about what kind of relief you're seeking. I can't get you your job back, but you lost your job, and I don't know if you're working again. I hope you've got another job, but in the interim, you weren't working. So what kind of damages are you seeking?
Punitive damage. It's just for the wrongful action that they did, neglecting, wrongful termination, then they retaliate against me.
How so?
On February the 20th, I complained. I got the text message, all the message I have on my phone. I complained about age discrimination
To
to my manager, Toya.
at the Spelman location.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And I have that text message. I complained to her. And because I was new at the other Slutty Vegan at Spelman, the manager had more credibility than me because he'd been there the longest. Nobody knew who I was. Yes. So therefore, she when I complained about the age discrimination, she immediately just believed what the manager said, and I was ignored. Like everything that I said was ignored, neglected. As you can see today that they're not here. Like they even neglected the court order when you ordered them to be here. And it's like everything is ignoring and neglecting and not responding.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Same behavior.
All right, but tell me the retaliation part.
Okay, on February the 20th, I complained about age discrimination. Okay, on February the 24th, I got fired right after I complained about that.
Did they say, well, we fired you because you made everyone sick with the vegan burgers, or what was the explanation for you getting fired?
There was no explanation. I got text message on why, what happened, and no response.
Do you know what it means to be an at-will employee versus someone with an employment contract? Is that?
No, sir.
Okay. You were working at Slutty Vegan. Did you have a contract that you signed, or?
No, it's just regular, no, just like I went there and got hired.
Okay, you had an interview and they said, great, it'll work. You're gonna work in the kitchen.
Exactly.
And you were at the Edgewood place for a long time and then said, let's try it out at Spelman.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you were fired the day after you complained. Was that the first time you had complained about the age discrimination?
Yeah, that was the first time.
Okay, and you're fired the next day. They didn't give you any explanation.
Yeah, it was 4 days later. I was, yes. and they give me any.
This is what would not be allowed at a vegan restaurant. There's so much animal products on here. This is my botched together Cobb salad that I made after I got home from work last night. I was showing it because it has bacon on the top. And I made the perfect jammy egg, you guys. Look at this. I'm not sure that you can see it perfectly, but I think you can. Could you possibly... I mean, it looks like it looks like it was made by a professional chef! Oh, sometimes I forget I'm a professional chef. Anyways, so good. I'm so proud of it. It was so delicious. Anyways, blue cheese, bacon, avocado, lettuce, tomatoes, egg, ranch. Ranch is my American love affair. What state is this? I don't know. McBurney? Is that the judge? Rose will know.
Explanation.
Okay.
Mhm.
I think you said in your complaint that like they barred you. Like, did you try to go back to work and they said, get out of here? Did they call the police? What happened?
Spelman Police, yes, sir. I was on the line,
She was on the line. It's Fulton County, you guys. It's Georgia. Atlanta, Georgia. Fulton County. Stay the fuck out of Fulton County if you know what's good for you. As Judge Manning would say, oh my God, I forgot. Again, look at me forgetting. I need to pay attention. I'm going to miss this case. It's going to fuck my life up. I'm sorry.
while the manager, he was attacking me. He was saying all these type of slug terminology. He was very thuggish like. He was coming towards me because I had I came up front, and that's the very reason why he was attacking me, because he, like I was telling you, they was telling the older people getting back, you can't come up front. So I said, my job duties is to work the whole place. So I came up front. So therefore, because I came up front to work, that's when the attack came.
So this is a little different. I thought you said that you complained about the age discrimination and then you got fired. But it sounds like in between there.
I'm just telling you the behavior. I'm going like in details, like the behavior on the
Okay.
job.
So when was it that you said, you know what, I can work anywhere in the restaurant, I'm coming up front, and the manager said, you better not?
That was that day, February the 20th.
Okay, and he said, you can't be up front, you gotta be in the back. And that's then when you made the complaint to headquarters?
That same day.
Okay, it wasn't after you made the complaint that you, because I'm trying to, if I'm wearing the manager's hat, I'm like, who is this lady? Her job is to work in the kitchen, and now she's up front saying, I don't want to work in the kitchen. I'm going to work up front. Like, you don't get to decide that. I'm the manager. I get to decide that. So it sounds like you guys butted heads a little bit on that. I don't mean physically, but you had a disagreement.
Yes, sir.
Did you go back when he said to go back?
Yes, I went back.
Okay. Would that be a reason why you got fired?
You talking about going there?
Going up to the front, saying, I'm not gonna work in the back anymore. It's almost like you're
it
going
was
on
like-
strike.
I can say that the reason why I got fired is because I complained.
Okay.
Complaining got me fired.
Not I'm gonna protest and try to work up front.
No.
Okay. All right. So damages, we have to try to quantify them. Talk to me about what you think a fair outcome is. And don't say $100 million, because that's not, sometimes people get in here and they see dollars, so they're like, I've been wounded beyond belief, $100 million.
No, of course, this is a very low paying job, so it's very low.
But it's your life, and you were mistreated and
Right.
discriminated against for something that you don't control.
Right.
That you were 44, and there's nothing wrong with being 44.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
are you asking like the amount, or like, to describe like what's in damage?
Well, both, because in the end, if I do an award. The award could just be, this was wrong and Ms. Liberace was mistreated. Shame on you, Slutty Vegan. And that may make you feel whole again because you were heard and a judge said Slutty Vegan mistreated Ms. Liberace. That will not put a nickel in your pocket. And that may not be what you're looking for. You just want closure and vindication is the word we use sometimes. Like, yeah, someone heard me and someone else said that's not the way to do things. Most people come in wanting that and a little bit. And so I don't have any sense of whether you think, I should have been still working there and that was in April and here we are in July. And I mean, this case is older than that. And I haven't been able to find a job. Those are the kinds of things people point to is I've been out of work. I was wrongfully terminated. I couldn't work. And so I'm owed $11 an hour times 100 hours gets you to X or whatever it is. So I don't know if you've been thinking about that at all.
Okay. But thank you for giving me the insight, helping me to think. But yeah, it will at least be about 40,000 because if you add it up, I could have been still making future pay. If that would never happen, I could have been still
$45 or $4,500? I'm recording another case. I can't talk. Shut up, Judge.
there. And my behavior before that is I never had a problem. They never had a problem with me or nothing. It was just the age thing.
Mhm.
So I could have been still working there if they would never discriminate against me because my age. So because of the future pay, what I could have made, I'm asking for that.
Okay. Are you working now?
Yes, sir.
What are you doing?
I'm a caregiver.
Okay. Does that pay more than $11 an hour or less than $11 an hour?
Less.
Less than $11 an hour? Gosh, you're doing more important work.
I know.
Okay. Are you with a company or it's just Liberace Caregivers?
Oh, a company,
What's the company?
Homestead.
Okay. And does that mean you go into a home and provide care for someone or you're at a assisted living facility?
Goes into a home.
Okay. How many hours do you work?
I work 3 hours. 3 hours.
3 hours a day? How many days a week?
Let's see, Monday, Wednesday, 3 days.
So you're making less per hour and you're working fewer hours right now. Have you tried to get a job in the restaurant business since you were at Slutty Vegan, or you're done with that, which is why you're doing home care now?
I'm done because it was just so hurtful. I went home, I cried. It's like when someone is powerful and you're like nobody to them. It's like they take advantage of that. Like,
Yeah.
who are you? You can't do nothing. I dare you. Who you think you is? No one gonna believe you. You're poor. That's the type of behavior they gave me.
You said she, who's the she?
I'm going into when I contacted the owner because I was so hurtful. I contacted Pinky Cole.
Yeah.
She's are you
Heard of
familiar with
her.
her?
Yeah.
Yes, I contacted her and she even just kept pushing it off and laughing at it and making jokes, and she was doing similar things that the employees was doing. And when I was telling her, are you gonna allow them to move me and you have the authority and the power to say, what did she do? And because she was in neglecting that, she had the authority to tell the people, no, she didn't do nothing wrong. She just doing her job. Did she fight you? No. Did she cuss you? No. What did she do? She only doing her job. And she had the authority to tell the chef, do not remove her. But because she neglected and she didn't tell them to stop, that's the reason why I'm here. And it was so hurtful, so embarrassing to get removed from a place that you're working at, and you didn't do nothing wrong.
You described one incident where someone who's just watching from the outside, if I had been at the restaurant that day when you said, I'm moving up front, and the manager's, you can't come up front. I told you need to work in the back. Someone who's neutral on all this might think that Liberace's kind of nuts. She's showing out. She's saying, you got to let me work up front. Were there any other instances that someone could point to where it would be Ms. Liberace was acting out in a way, and I don't mean to suggest you were acting out. You were asserting what you felt was your right to, I should be able to work not just in the back. Let folks who have some experience be up in the front of the restaurant as well. But I could also see how someone would characterize that as insubordination. Were there any other instances like that where you were trying to express yourself or assert your rights where a manager might have thought she's crossing the line?
No, sir, there was no other incident, but it's, I got hired actually for a cashier.
Really?
Yes, that's why I was reacting like that. I actually, on my application, it said cashier, so.
Okay.
But,
Meaning day one, back when you were at the Edgewood location?
yes, sir.
Okay.
And because I thought that I was gonna be working up front, when I got there, it was a different story. It was like, no, they looked at my age and they said, you're working in the kitchen. And I was like, but you guys hired me for a cashier.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay. All right. Are there other things you want me to know?
It's just the neglecting, like, it's like they don't respond to nothing, like, when I complain about discrimination, not responding, when you guys sent the motion of default, not responding, like, I just want, you to know that the humiliation I had to go through, them removing me for nothing that I did wrong, and I had a good, reputation on the job. When people, you say my name, they be like, oh, that's the lady that always smile, and that's the lady that always making peace with people, and it hurted me because they destroyed my reputation too,
Mhm.
because I had a good name there, and they just destroyed my reputation to make it look like something that it wasn't. And it was just so humiliating and just embarrassing and shameful.
Do you know if, I know that this business has struggled a little bit recently. Do you know, is the Edgewood store still open and is
It's
this,
still open. She got a business back.
she got it back?
Yeah, that was
Okay.
just, she have it.
And the Spellman one is still open?
The Spelman one is closed. She reopened a new store called Bogey.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
okay.
So, yeah.
I know that she was gonna try to open one at the airport and the airport's like, I can't rely on this. And so it's not gonna be at the airport. It'll be something else. All right. Well, Ms. Liberace, I'm glad you found some other work. It doesn't sound like it fully replaces the income that you were earning through this job. So I'm sorry for that. Hopefully you'll find something else soon or get more hours doing the home health care. Okay, any questions about anything?
No, sir, I just, would like for you to grant me this motion.
So I'll take that under advisement and I need to enter an order. It'll be a final order in the case that says, here's what we're doing with this. Now you were, I think e-filing things. So you get things in the email when there's a notice in this case, you get an email that says, hey, something's happened in the case?
Yes, sir.
Good. Well, that's how you'll know is that I'll enter the order. So you'll get an email saying that you can click on it and see what it says. Just so you understand, if I end up awarding you a judgment, it's not like there's a check attached to it. It's a judgment against the business. And then you need to figure out, how do I turn that judgment into actual money? That may involve talking to a lawyer or researching it online, but a judgment from a court in favor of someone doesn't have the money attached. It gives you a right to get that money from that person, that business, whatever it is. Okay? Any questions?
No, sir.
All right. Well, I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you pursuing your rights.
All right, thank you so
And I
much.
hope you have a good weekend, okay?
Okay, you too.
All right. Take care.
Okay.
And I guess so describe what
Sir!
that means standard.
This case is dragging on and on and on and on and on. It's been hours. Anyways, what an interesting thing. I don't think he's going to grant that. Bill, I'm really sorry that I'm doing this. Actually, hold on. Can I go like this? Judge. Anyways, oh my gosh, I don't like it when my dress disappears in my green screen. I'd rather it disappear literally. Anyways, thank you so much for being here. Like I said, I won't be back on tonight, but we'll be back on tomorrow night. The boys will be back in town. I think Creed got his internet working. Thank goodness. And we should be, I think there's something to watch tonight. There's like something on. So I'm excited about that. I'll be there in the chat. Hope you guys will be there too. Do me a favor, would you? Remember that, oh, Bill's going south for a week. Be safe, Bill. We love you. Thanks for letting us know. We don't want to be worried about you. Anyways, Judge, oh my god, she just won't stop. Anyways, do me a favor, remember that I love you, and I'm proud of you, and I will see you in the next video. Okay, bye!
Ways down and ready to ride.